the international desk, where we bring you the news up to the minute. Hello and welcome. I'm Rosemary Church. Well, happening right now at the IDESK, new developments in the case surrounding Peru murder suspect Joran Sloot. Wait until you hear what his attorney is saying about his client's confession.
Live from CNN Center, you're at the international desk.
Well, just when it appeared the murder case of a Peruvian woman was solved, when the suspect Joran Sloot confessed, we have some new twists and turns in the case. Sloot's attorney wants his client's confession thrown out. Well, we were expecting a police press conference this hour, but now there's word it has been cancelled. Now, for the very latest on this case, I want to go to CNN correspondent Joran Casarez, who's live in Peru. And this is an interesting twist in this case, isn't it? Because now we're learning that Sloot's attorney will move to strike down this confession. Where does that leave the case?
You're so right. This changes the whole case. We do want to tell everyone that Peruvian police authorities have just confirmed with us that this case has been turned over to prosecutors. Prosecutors contacted Peruvian police this morning with an urgent notice that they needed Joran Sloot transferred immediately to the public ministry, which in Peru is the prosecutor's office. It was just minutes ago that convoy left this Peruvian police headquarters building. I stood very, very closely as this convoy left. There was so much police presence when it was leaving. He was in the second or third vehicle. He was in the back seat. He had two Peruvian police next to him. It was just as we see it on television, but it was real. It was immediate. The Peruvian and international press was surrounding the police car. They hardly were able to get out and go down the street, but it all happened very, very fast. And once again, now he is at the public ministry. This is the prosecutor's office. We don't know how long he will be there, but once again, it is confirmed by Peruvian police to CNN that this case is now in the hands of prosecutors.
So, Jean, why that change, and why have we suddenly found out just minutes ago, in fact, that the Peruvian police press conference was cancelled for now, at least?
This is all happening very quickly, but the gentleman that was supposed to be in charge of the press conference had to leave. It was something that was urgent. He had to leave. It all happened at the very same time that Joran Sloot was transferred out of this building to the ministry officials' headquarters. But this is a very big thing to have happened right now, because this means that the criminal investigation is now going into the legal case. We now have a legal case. When will formal charges be filed? We don't know. But we do know that Joran Sloot no longer is in the criminal investigation building, but is now at another stage in this case here in Lima, Peru, against Stephany Flores, the young woman murdered on May 30th.
All right, Joran Casarez reporting there from Lima, keeping an eye on all the twists and turns in this case. Now, Joran Sloot has long been the prime suspect in the Natalie Holloway disappearance in Aruba. That was 5 years ago. Now, recently, he allegedly tried to extort money from the Alabama teen's family. David Ariosto is live in Aruba with that angle. David, you know, the main question here is that if this is the case, how on earth was Sloot able to leave Aruba and head to Peru under the watchful eye of the FBI, supposedly?
Well, certainly, Rosemary, thank you. Aruban authorities that we've spoken to have indicated that they were working in tandem with the FBI during this extortion case that they were building. The FBI has indicated that these cases are complicated in terms of extradition from a foreign country, and it's also something that they were hoping to build. Typically, lawyers that we've spoken to, they try to build more than simply extortion cases in incidents or cases such as these. So in effect, the FBI is saying that they were trying to build a stronger case against Sloot, and that there are certain bureaucratic and complicated procedures through a host country that often take time. So in a sense, this is a long process. Aruban authorities have also been reaching out to Peruvian counterparts and trying to glean any information that they might have that links this Flores case to the 5-year-old Holloway case here in Aruba. And many Arubans that we've spoken to have basically indicated that they're looking for a sense of closure. They see this as a bit of a mar on Aruba's good name, in a sense, and they just would like to see some form of resolution.
David, at this point, we understand that money was exchanged, the sum, if not more, of about $25,000. It's thought he possibly used some of that to travel to Peru. Many would be questioning how on earth that situation was allowed to unfold, though, under these circumstances.
And that, Rosemary, you point out, is where the FBI is receiving most of its criticism. You're pointing out to a wire transfer as well as to a handover in cash by an undercover agent here. Again, what they're saying is that this was the beginnings of an extortion case in trying to build stronger evidence against Van der Sloot. Now, remember, the initial case was centered around providing additional details of the whereabouts of Holloway's body. So investigators seem at least to be primarily concerned with the ongoing investigation here in Aruba. That's 5 years on, and point to the complicated nature of the case itself, as well as building a rock-solid case. Now, keep in mind, Van der Sloot was arrested in 2005, released. Arrested again in 2007, released. So in essence, many of the authorities, both here and in the United States, seem to want to build more of a rock-solid case against this individual.
Indeed. David Ariosto, many thanks for reporting there from Aruba.